the Republic of San Marino is established. Iamblichus of Chalcis writes a treatise on the magic and the occult. Echmiadzin Cathedral, completed by Gregory the Illuminator and King Diridates III of Armenia. Sichuan earns independence from China. Diocletian and Maximian retire from office to Salona and Campania, respectively. Constantius Chlorus undertakes a punitive expedition against the Picts beyond the repaired Hadrian's Wall. Constantine I establishes his capital in Augusta Treverorum, Trier, beginning his major expansion of the city. Construction begins on the Basilica of Maxentius, the largest building in the Roman Forum. A limber pine called Twister begins growing in Utah. Constantine constructs the Basilica of Constantine in Augusta Treverorum, Trier. Maxentius, Roman usurper, reconquers the African provinces from Domitius Alexander. Constantine the Great crosses the Cottian Alps with his army, defeating Maxentius in 3 battles at Turin, Brescia, and Verona. The Edict of Milan, where Constantine the Great proclaims policy in Mediolanum of religious freedom for all, ending persecution of Christians in the Roman Empire. Constantine the Great defeats rival Licinius near the town of Colonia Aurelia Cibale, modern Vinkovci, Croatia. Arch of Constantine completed near the Colosseum at Rome. Xiongnu sacked Chang'an, capital of the Chinese Western Jin dynasty. The earliest historically verified reference to tea is recorded, although the Chinese have been drinking it for centuries. Constantine the Great builds a church in honor of Saint Lucian in the newly renamed Helenopolis. Rise of the Gupta Empire in India with the succession of King Chandragupta I. Zhang Shi assassinated and replaced by Zhang Mao, the commonly accepted first ruler of the Chinese state, formerly Yang. Chalcidius translates Plato into Latin. The first dependable representation of a horse rider with paired stirrups is found in a Jin dynasty tomb in China. Constantine the Great defeats the invading Goths and Sarmatians and claims the title of Sarmaticus Maximus. Following multiple battles, Constantine I defeats Licinius, becoming the sole emperor, thus ending the period of the Tetrarchy. Constantine the Great calls the First Council of Nicaea to pacify Christianity in the grip of the Arian controversy. Constantine's second wife, Fausta, is executed by suffocation in a hot bath. Traditional date of Helena, mother of Constantine, returning from her pilgrimage to the Holy Land and founding Stavrovouni Monastery on Cyprus. Death of the Lakhman king Imru al-Qais ibn Amr, whose epitaph Namara inscription is an important source for the Arabic language. Roman restrictions on joining the clergy are initiated. Azana, king of Axum, extends area of control west, defeating the Nobates and destroying the Meroe kingdom. Eusebius of Caesarea writes the Onomasticon. Constantine I announces free distribution of food to citizens in Constantinople, similar to the food given out in the city of Rome. Flavius Dalmatius is sent to Cyprus to suppress the rebellion of Caliceres. Julius Firmicus Maternus makes the first recorded observation of solar prominences during an annular eclipse. Constantine I consecrates the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Most of Dacia is reconquered by the Roman Empire thanks to Constantine I. King Shapur II of Persia begins war against the Roman Empire. Shapur II begins the widespread persecution of Christians, ordering forcible conversions to the state religion Zoroastrianism. Emperor Constantius II hastens to the east, where Persia under Shapur II is attacking Mesopotamia. Constantine II crosses the Alps and attacks the armor of co-emperor and brother Constans I. Constantine loses in a battle at Aquileia in northern Italy. Constans I bans pagan sacrifices and magic rituals under penalty of death. Roman Senate abolishes gay marriage. Pope Julius I tries to unite the Western bishops against Arianism by convoking the Council of Serdica. The Roman army win a close victory at the fortified city in the Battle of Singara. Merchant Nai Tommen visits the Malabar coast in Kerala, India, and assists the church there. In Korea, the Byuyo kingdom is absorbed by Goguryeo. Li Shi fails to halt the Jin expedition against Huan Yuan. He flees to Chengdu and surrenders his forces. Wulfila escapes religious persecution by Gothic chieftain Athanaric, migrating to Moja. The Mojong, Proto-Mongols, take control of North China. The city of Merowe comes to an end. In India, the extraction of sugar from sugarcane is possible. The earliest sighting of a supernova occurs in China. Wang Zixi, Chinese calligrapher, produces preface to the poems composed at the Orchid Pavilion in running script style. The Roman calendar of 354, an illuminated manuscript, is drawn up and becomes the earliest dated codex. The Huns of Central Asia begin a great drive westwards with advance into Scythia, now Russia, absorbing the Alans. Julian participates in many battles across what is now France. Ambassadors from the Persian Empire demand that Rome restore the land surrendered by King Nasser. An earthquake destroys Nicomedia and damages 150 cities in Macedonia, Asia, and Pontus. A fleet of 800 riverboats cross to the British east coast and carry back enough corn to raise the famine in Upper Rhineland. The Alemanni raid Raetia, Switzerland, but are pushed back by Julian into the Black Forest. Jin Idi succeeds Jim Moody as emperor of the Eastern Jin dynasty. An earthquake strikes Al-Karak in Jordan. Julian is mortally wounded in the Battle of Samara. Jovian, a general of the guard, succeeds him as emperor. Valentinian I is proclaimed emperor after Jovian is found dead in his tent under suspicious circumstances. An earthquake and tsunami devastates Crete, Alexandria, Italy, Greece, and Palestine. Tabula Peutingeriana, a map showing Roman possessions and roads, is created about this time. A star nova known as Giki Persei and first seen on Earth in 1901 explodes in this year. The Picts, Scoti, and Saxons reach Roman London and plunder the city, known as the Great Conspiracy. Wulfila creates a Gothic alphabet composed of letters based on Greek, Roman, and Germanic letters and runes. The Huns migrate westward from the Volga into Europe and subjugate the Alans and Ostrogoths. Fortified cities of the Danube contribute to stop invasion of the Quadi. Athanaric starts building new defensive works to protect against the Alans and the Huns. Valens Aqueduct is inaugurated near Constantinople, modern Istanbul. Spear thrower Al ascends the throne and becomes ruler of Teotihuacan, Mexico. Gratian, aged 16, takes over the Roman government at Augusta Treverum. Emperor Valens permits the Visigoths to settle on Roman soil in Lower Mosia in their flight from the Huns. Persian king Shapur II pushes the Huns back across the Caucasus. Romans are defeated by Visigoths in the Battle of Adrianople. Ardashir II succeeds King Shapur II as ruler of the Persian Empire. The annexation of western provinces by Chandragupta II gives him control over commerce with Europe and Egypt. The First Council of Constantinople affirms and extends the Nicene Creed. Theodosius I commands General Saturninus to conclude a peace treaty with the Visigoths, allowing them to settle south of the Danube. The Jin dynasty defeats former Qin dynasty in Anhui at Balafashui. The Forum of Theodosius is built in Constantinople. The Roman Synod exiles the Prophet Jerome. Magnus Maximus invades Italy. Emperor Valentinian II is forced out of Rome by Magnus Maximus. Shapur III is succeeded by his son, Bahram IV, who becomes the 12th Sassanid king of Persia. Pagan buildings in Alexandria are destroyed by fire. Despite the pleas of Ambrose, the Bishop of Milan, Theodosius I orders the Roman army to massacre more than 7,000 inhabitants of Thessalonica. Flames destroy the great library of Alexandria. Stilicho, Roman general, defeats the Visigoths and Huns in Thrace. Theodosius I abolishes the Greek Olympic Games, ending 1,000 years of festivals. The last known hieroglyphic inscription, graffito of Esmet Akhom, is written in Philae, Egypt. The Roman Empire redivides permanently into East and West after Theodosius I's death. The Visigoths, led by Alaric I, rampage through Greece. King Alaric I escapes to Epirus in the Balkans after Stilicho drives the Visigoths out of Greece and Macedonia. Eutropius, the Roman general, celebrates his victory over the Huns in a parade through Constantinople. Faxian, Chinese Buddhist monk, travels to India, Sri Lanka, and Kapilavastu, modern Nepal. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali are composed.